Attorney J. Craig Williams, we want to talk about an area that you're very familiar with, and that is environmental law. I know that there is a recent case involving the EPA's lag in cleanup of Superfund sites. Can you tell us about that? It's brought by the Sierra Club.
Right. Earlier in March of 2008, the Sierra Club sued the federal government, United States Environmental Protection Agency, arguing that they had delayed too long in enforcing the Superfund regulations, and now they're seeking to fine such companies as W.R. Grace with some of the largest Superfund fines. But it's not fast enough for the Sierra Club because they've spent, the EPA's short on personnel, they're short on staff, they're short on money, at least according to the EPA, and as a consequence, they don't actively enforce their regulations to force Superfund site cleanups on a prompt enough basis for a lot of environmental groups. So rather than let the environmental companies that are accused of doing this pollution, this state wants to, or actually the Sierra Club and the groups, environmental groups, are actually suing to get that accomplished.
Now, let's talk about another case involving climate law that has to do with whether it's federal control or state control. I think California took the lead as well.
It did. And California was one of 14 states that filed against the federal government in what's a classic federalism case. The question is whether the federal government can control greenhouse gas or whether the states are doing it. California has adopted a climate change law. It's in effect now. They're going to start carbon credit trading. There's an initiative in the Northeast called RGGI that a number of states have banded together to do a similar type of thing. And the states are essentially taking environmental regulation away from the U.S. EPA because the U.S. EPA is not taking the steps to regulate these areas of the law, so they're trying to do it for them. Now, it probably will not work in large part because the EPA is the federal government regulation agency for environmental contamination and environmental issues, and it's the states are allowed to regulate environmental areas, and that's what California is essentially arguing. We're saying in California that our regulations for greenhouse gases are stricter, and therefore it's permissible. Case is pending, and we're yet to find out who's going to win, but I suspect that California will be severely limited in what it can do and what it can't do, and ultimately will have to adopt a different scheme.
Attorney J. Craig Williams from the Williams Lindberg Law Firm, thanks very much.
Thank you.